Hey folks, welcome to Calvin's Got Game. Today's episode is brought to you by the letter C. Why is it brought to you by the letter C? Because I'm going to tell you about my 10 favorite board games that start with the letter C. I hope you've been enjoying the episodes so far. I've done A and B. I'm working on C, and pretty soon I'm going to do my top 100 list, so be looking for that as well. Guys, I'm going to ask you to do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell for notifications. And if you like this channel, like what I do, hey, if you want to go to Patreon and give me support, I appreciate that as well. But let's get started with my 10 favorite games to start with the letter C. Number 10 is Chronicles of Crime. Chronicles of Crime, if I can pronounce it, is a 2018 game by Lucky Duck Games. It's 1 to 4 players, takes about 60 to 90 minutes. This game I like it. I like the concept of it. By scanning the cards, it tells you to do other things. It is very heavily app-driven. If you're not somebody who likes app-driven games, this is not for you. But if you are somebody that likes that, then this game is a pretty good game for you. So you might want to check it out. My number 9 is Cubitos. Cubitos, well, I'm having trouble speaking today. Is a 2021 game. It's probably the newest game on the list. By AEG. For 2 to 4 players, takes about 30 to 60 minutes to play. It's a racing game where you're rolling dice, trying to get more dice to add to your dice pool, but it's a push your luck aspect as well, so you can bust and not be able to do anything on your turn. So you want to be careful that you don't roll too many times and bust. It's kind of a Yahtzee style, but it's also a racing game. I find it very cute and enjoyable. Cubitos. Number 8 is Call to Adventure. Call to Adventure is a 2019 game by Brother Wise Games. It's 1 to 4 players. Takes about 30 to 60 minutes to play. And in this game, you are a hero. You choose kind of your hero attribute of what you're wanting to accomplish or be. And as you go through the stages, there's 3 stages, you're putting cards upon those things that you've picked as attributes for those 3 stages. The last one is a hidden stage because that has your ultimate goal of what you're trying to do to score more points. But what you're basically trying to do is just tell a story. And it is such a cool little game. Call to Adventure, I really enjoyed. I like that whole storytelling aspect. When you get done, you have like this adventure that you went through, or did you accomplish what you were trying to go after? Such a fun game. I really enjoy it. That's number 8, Call to Adventure. Number 7 is Celestia. Celestia is a 2015 game by Blam Games. It's 2 to 6 players. Takes about 30 minutes to play. In this one, it has a cute little spaceship in it. Everybody puts their little pawn in it, and you're going on this journey. One person is the captain. He rolls dice. The first time, I think you roll 1 or 2. And then as you go further, you roll more dice. And you only have so many cards in your hands to meet the requirements to move forward with those dice. It's a push your luck game. Everybody in the boat or the airship can decide either to jump out, stay in, or go further, right? It is such a fun little game, push your luck, and you earn cards along the way. The further you go, the more points you can score. Great little game. Celestia, it's a great family game as well. All right, my number 6 is KuKu. KuKu is a 2012 game by Indie Boards and Cards. It's for 2 to 6 players. Takes about 15 minutes to play. I really like this bluffing game, a hidden roll. When we play this game with my game group, the first round, everybody's the Duke. And there's only 3 Dukes in there. And so if you're playing with 6 people or 5 people, you know somebody's lying. But are you willing to call that person out to possibly lose one of your cards? And it is total fun every time we play it. KuKu, we have a blast with my game group. So, number 6 is KuKu. Number 5 is Citadels. Citadels was made in 2000 by Fantasy Flight. That's the one I have. 2 to 8 players, 20 to 60 minutes. I really enjoy this selection of roles. The first person gets to see all the roles. He takes one. The next person can see, well, there's always one left out, I think. So they can figure out, okay, he either took this or this. So I'm going to take this card. And what you'll do is when the time comes to play, you call out the rolls in order and you do what your action is on that roll. I find this to be a very good game. I really despise the thief and the assassin in this game. But with the expansions, you can put more people in there to kind of mitigate how mean you want to be in Citadels. I really enjoy this game. It is so fun. It's kind of an older game. It's 2000. It's 21 years old. 20 or 21 years old. So, but it's still a good game today. That was my number 5, Citadels. Number 4, Campaign Manager 2008. This is the oldest game on the list. This was in 2009 by Z-Man Games. It's only a 2-player game. It takes about 30 to 45 minutes to play. If you've ever wanted to be in politics and be a campaign manager, this gives you that choice to do that, to be Barack Obama's or, I can't think of the other candidate. But anyway, you have 2 candidates, a Republican and Democratic candidate, and you are working to be their campaign manager, trying to win states over. There's cards that you play. It has a lot of historical stuff on the cards. It's such a great game. Tense moments of trying to win those states at the last minute to put your candidate over the top for those electoral votes. Guys, I really enjoy it. If you like anything that has to do with politics, elections, I think this game is for you. Now, number 4, Campaign Manager. Number 3. My number 3 game is Colony. Colony is a 2016 game by Bezier Games. 1 to 4 players, 45 to 60 minutes to play. In Colony, you're building a tableau. And I played this one, it's been years ago. And I get to play it from time to time, but I don't play it as often because I don't own it. I really need to pull the trigger to buy that game. I just never get there. But it is a good game. It's so much fun. You're building this tableau, and the cards you have trigger off of other cards and could do certain things, but you're also rolling dice to see which cards you can activate. It's just such a good game. All the mechanics in it, it's really nice. I like the theming of it. The cards are nice. Everything works in this game. Colony, my number 3. Number 2, here's another racing game. It's Camel Up. Camel Up is a 2018 game. I have the 2nd edition. It's by Egert Spiel, and I just like saying Egert Spiel. 3 to 8 players, 30 to 45 minutes to play. Camel Up is a racing game. You have these camels. You have this lovely pyramid. You're shooting dice out of this pyramid, and whatever color dice it matches up to the camel that's moving. Then you have some crazy camels on the board that are going backwards. Why? Well, if your camel jumps on top of one of those, your camel may be going backwards. Of course, you don't own any of the camels. You're just betting on them to win. You're trying to figure out who's doing what. And you also have these little tokens that you can manipulate the board if a camel lands on to either jump ahead or jump behind. So, such a great game. These camels stack on top of each other. Great components. Such a fun little racing game. It's a family game. If you haven't played it, go check it out. Your family would enjoy it. That's Camel Up, my number 2. My number 1 game for games that start with the letter C is Charterstone. Charterstone is a 2017 Stonemaier game. It's 1 to 6 players. Takes about 45 to 75 minutes to play. This is a legacy style game. I even went, after I started playing it, I didn't even get halfway through before I just went and bought the recharge pack. I said, you know what, I'm going to want to play this again. Maybe with a little different faction or whatever it's called on the board. But you're putting stickers on the board. Things change as you go along, and time goes faster depending on what you do. Absolutely fabulous game, and not to mention the components are awesome. I like my wife loved this game because she liked seeing what was going to come next. If I build this, or if I open this crate, what's going to happen? And she was so excited to play this game. She really likes it. I had to buy the recharge pack, like I said, because I know we're going to play it again. Guys, Charterstone is my number 1 game that starts with a C. All right. So, I know I've probably missed a lot of games, and I've probably put some on here that you guys are scratching your head, and you're saying, why didn't you put this one, right? Well, I missed some games, maybe. I didn't play every game, so this is very subjective, but this is my top 10 games that start with the letter C. You guys feel free to put down in the comments what I missed, what you like. Also, I want to say leave me a comment. I love reading them. I like responding to them, and I try to respond to everybody that does send a comment. Guys, remember, get a board game to the table, and like I always say, spend time with friends and family. And thank you for watching Calvin's Guide Game.